First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Warakwadash, peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like. Pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Okay, being a believer, we go through many diverse things. We go through a lot. And sometimes the burdens feel so heavy, it's almost like, how are you going to be able to withstand this over and over and over again? But you got to understand, everything is the Lord's will, okay? It's rigged. Everything is rigged. And what I mean by that, everything is going to go exactly how the Lord wants it to go. And one thing about the Lord, he's not going to break his word or break his will for anything, for anybody. So we hope to be of the elect, because those who know, those who understand, the elect are going to endure. The elect are going to go through diverse temptations. Now I have Psalms chapter 34 and 19 pulled up. It reads, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all." So the elect go through many things. Whether it be physically, mentally, it's all spiritual though. We're fighting against heavy demons, man. We have a lot against us. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is fighting for us. He's fighting with us. He's leading us to the prize. All we have to do is keep our hope. Keep that fighting spirit and not give in. You know, as long as I've been teaching, the results seem kind of minimal when I look around me, but what keeps me going is the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. You know, usually when somebody goes through something and they don't feel like the results are really that noticeable, they give up. They wave the flag. They decline from wanting to, finish the mission. And we can't be like that. And that's why some of you brothers understand what you understand. The Lord has opened your eyes. And He uses His prophets as an example for each other. Things that we go through, things that we have to experience, it does build us up. But it also gives us a story. It also gives us, a way to uplift others who may be going through things. They hear your story, and then brothers will say, well, dang, maybe I'm not going through anything, that bad. Or, dang, his situation is similar to mine. We go through our trials and our tribulations. But we'll definitely have a testimony in the kingdom to come. Imagine just sitting at the table with Yahweh Shai and the rest of the elect, and brothers may be talking about, their past life and some of the things they had to endure in some of their lives. Because we are going to have all remembrance of everything in those days, if that's what we want. Okay? America is going to be like it never existed, but we're still going to have the knowledge to know that it did exist. Okay? We'll have to explain it to our children and our children's 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 children. Okay? But anyway, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. So we're hoping to be delivered out of all the things that we have to go through. And we have to deal with a whole lot. Being rejected, not being accepted, people trying to discourage you, false brethren, false teachings, your body's messing with you, which I guess that falls in line with your mind as well. So what I'll do now, let's jump to Mark chapter 13 and verse 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So that's one of the things that we have to endure, being hated. In fact, let's go back to where I just was. Psalms 34 and 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Some of those afflictions being hated. Who wants to be hated by people? That doesn't feel good. That doesn't make you feel, like you're important when you're hated by people. Now, some people may say, oh, you got to have haters, man. Haters make you feel loved. All that's fine and good as a motivational speech. But in all reality, no one wants to really be hated. All right? But we have to endure such things. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, and being hated is one of those. But the Lord delivereth him out of them all. The Lord is going to deliver us from those who hate us as well. Now jumping back to Mark 13 and 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So we're hated by all men. We are hated by our own people. We are hated by all the heathen as well. We're also hated by those who claim to be believers. We have a lot of enemies. We have a lot of opposition. But the Lord is going to deliver us out of them all if we be of his elect, if we be of his chosen. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So we actually have to endure in order to receive the crown. In order to be saved, we have to make it all the way to the end. So that goes to show you this truth is not easy. Because if it was easy, there would be nothing to endure. If it wasn't like a long journey, we wouldn't have to be focused on enduring until the end. This truth is not a cakewalk. It's not a walk in the park. It's not a race to see who's the quickest. We run from start to finish, and in about 15, 20 seconds of time, the race is over. This is a long, distant race. And this race isn't about who gets to the finish line first. This race is more so about getting to the finish line. Okay? Imagine being in a really, really long race, and it's not about receiving first place, but rather it's about finishing the race. That's the prize. The prize comes from finishing the race, not finishing first or second or third, but finishing in general. That's where the reward is. And we have to endure, many things. And a good example, our forefather Job, the things that he had to experience, the things that he had to go through. Well, men like him were, set up and shown to us through the word as an example. So reading this again, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So in order for us to be saved, we have to finish what we started. We can't think we're saved already. We can't call ourselves the elect already. We'll know we are the elect once we endure until the end. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So you have to endure until the end in order to be saved. We aren't saved yet. We're hoping to be saved. And a lot of people will say things like, oh, I know I'm saved. Well, how do you know you're saved? Who said you're saved? We are going to find out if we're saved once Yahawashi returns and delivers us. Until then, we don't know. We're still in these vile bodies. We're still surrounded by, filth and abomination. We're still surrounded by death. Outside of this truth, we're surrounded by unsurety. So, in order for us to receive salvation, in order to be saved, we have to endure. Okay? We can't give up. And it starts with what? Enduring. It also comes with this truth. If you're looking to be saved, you need the truth. John chapter 8 and verse 30. As he spake these words, many believed on him. Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So in order to be saved, not only do you have to endure until the end, but also you have to have this truth. This truth is what's going to set us free. We're going to receive salvation through this word. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for that. You have all these men waking up, and you're hearing men say, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to where it would almost seem like brothers are just being mockingbirds, or it can come off like brothers are being insincere when really it's the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord wants us all to speak the same thing while at the same time having our own personalities. We all bring what we bring to the table, but at the same time, we're all speaking the same thing, whether it be the doctrine or, how we say things in Hebrew. Brothers have like minds, but at the same time, we're not mockingbirds, but it comes off as such. But the reason why it sounds like that is because brothers are in the spirit of truth. Brothers are walking in the Holy Spirit. All right. So hopefully we can be saved and delivered, because most people are not going to make it. So what I'll do now is I'll jump to Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8 and verse 24. For we are saved by hope. So in order to be saved again, we have to endure. In order to be saved, we have to, as it says here, we have to have hope. In order for us to be saved, we have to, John 8 and 32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You have to know the truth. So to put it all down, you have to know the truth to be saved. You got to have hope, and you have to endure until the end. These are some of the things, some of the requirements that we'll need if we want to be saved. All right. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope for. Faith and hope, they coincide one with another. They go hand in hand with each other. Okay? But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? Let's touch on the book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So faith is the evidence of things not seen. And the same for hope. Romans 8 and 24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. So when it comes to faith and hope, both of them are made evident through things not seen. To have faith and to hope in something that you don't necessarily know, well, that's what faith and hope is. For example, if you want to run a business and you might be new to this type of thing, you don't know anything about it. So you're basically running off of blind faith, so to speak. You might end up quitting your job because you pulled in so much money. Now you feel like, okay, you're ready to invest in your business. Everybody's looking at you like, hey man, you're crazy. Why would you quit your job? Blah, blah, blah. But in your mind, you decided to take the leap of faith. Now, you wasn't sure if it was going to actually work in your favor. You weren't actually shown that, but you did it off of faith. And your faith gave you hope that your business would be up and running through you taking that chance. Well, that's what faith and hope is. Okay? You didn't necessarily see that you would actually go through with your business, but you went off blind faith. Not seen. Hope that's not seen. And that's what hope and faith is. We hope and have faith that we're going to be saved, but it hasn't been seen as of yet. But we have to, walk after the requirements that's being shown to us. We also have to know the names. And since we're in Romans, let's go to Romans chapter 10. Romans chapter 10 and verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Okay, so I'm giving you tools on what it's going to take to be saved. You have a lot of people in this world who believe that they're saved already, but yet you haven't been delivered. The Lord has not returned yet and has not delivered you from captivity. So how could you be saved? Or you don't even believe in the true names. Okay, you haven't endured until the end. You don't have the truth. Okay? Like, there's things you have to have in order to be saved. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. So collectively, there's a number of things you have to do. Now, if you was to read Romans 10 and 13, you would think, okay, all I have to do is call upon the name of the Lord and I'll be saved. So I could be a demon, I could be evil. All I have to do is call the name and I'm good. No. See, the Bible is like a puzzle and you have to put these pieces together. Calling on the names, that's one of the things, but that's not all you have to do. All right? Christianity, so-called Christianity of today, has really done a number on our people. The Catholic Church, a lot of our people claiming that they're Muslims. All these weird doctrines have really done a number on our people. But in order for us to be saved, there are requirements. And a lot of people, they'll use excuses on why they feel like they can just do what they want to do, not have to make any changes, and the Lord is still supposed to save them. So I think I'm going ahead and close it there. Nothing else is really coming to mind. So I'll read it again and I'll wrap it up. Romans 10 and 13. Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. So the elect are going to call upon the names in order to be saved. The elect are going to have this truth in order to be saved. The elect are going to endure until the end in order to be saved. And diverse different things on top of that the elect are going to do in order to be saved. Because to be saved is a future tense. It's a future event. It hasn't happened yet. And also there are requirements. It goes deeper than you're living as this wicked, evil person, this scumbag, and all you have to do is call on the names and believe, and that's as far as it goes. No, that's just some of what you have to do. Okay? So, Lord willing, this lesson, it was simple and edifying. All praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wa Rakakwadash.